So Marvel just released some epic Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania footage in the middle of the night, and I'm going to show you guys everything that's new in the trailer. So if you're not subscribed to Got Culture, make sure you hit the sub button down below, unless you want to miss out on some pretty high quality Marvel content. But hey, you know, to each their own. So the trailer opens with this beautiful shot of the quantum realm, which we've seen before in other trailers, and we get a few extra lines of dialogue.
It's okay, breathe. We're gonna get out of this. And we're gonna go home.
We get Scott telling Cassie to breathe. It's gonna be okay and that they're gonna get out of this. They're gonna go home. Everything's gonna be fine, which I'm sure we all know is not the case. So this has to be from early in the movie, right after they get sucked down to the quantum realm. Although they get sucked down to the quantum realm without their suits on. Maybe they're just gonna pull one of those Ant-Man things where he's like, I had a shrunken suit in my pocket. Moving on, we get more shots of the quantum realm, Janet piloting this stingray looking thing, and some more foresty style shots. Really trying to showcase the beauty of the quantum realm, how it's not like all bad. And I assume these are going to be the outlands like we saw in the first trailer, but then what we've all been waiting for, more Kang the Conqueror dialogue.
This place, it isn't what you think. It's a cage.
He says, this place, it isn't what you think. It's a cage. And if anyone understands that, it's Scott. I mean, he's been trapped there for years himself. Obviously not nearly as many as Kang, but in some sense, Kang is preaching to the choir here. And in the second trailer, we actually got most of this dialogue from Janet, but we get an extra line here where she calls him a monster.
He's a monster. You cannot trust him.
Which implies she has some sort of shared history, not that she's just heard his tale that he can shatter timelines. And right next to that, we get Jonathan Majors delivering the I am just a man line.
I'm just a man.
So we have the duality there between how Kang feels about himself, or at least his pitch, and how Janet is describing him to Scott. So on one hand, you have somebody being like, hey, I'm just a guy, bro, it's all right. And you have somebody else being like, he's a monster, don't trust him.
I'm just a man, but I know how it ends.
He goes on to say, but I know how it ends, which must just feel ominous for Scott. I know to us, the MCU audience, we've been talking about time travel so much that it just feels normal at this point. And I know Scott's had some experiences himself, but just to hear the phrase, I know how it ends, from somebody probably dangling your daughter in front of your face is just terrible. And then we get one of the coolest shots of Kang in the entire trailer. Now, I've seen a lot of praise online for the comic book accurateness of Kang the Conqueror, but this shot right here is ripped straight from the comic books, and I'll be damned if it isn't awesome. And it really just shows you exactly how godlike Kang feels like he is, even though he's trapped in this cage, as he calls it. He is still not above floating down to the floor like a deity. And then we have a weird cut here. We have, I don't care what he can do, and then he's not getting out.
I don't care what he can do. He's not getting out.
I don't know what this first sentence would have been cut from. If I had to guess, it would probably be a conversation between Scott and Janet. She says something to the effect of he can shatter timelines, and he says, I don't care what he can do. He can give us more time. That line from the other trailer, I think that's more likely. The second half of this cut is another part of the stand-up scene from the previous trailer, where Scott says he's not getting out. So at this point, Scott fully understands that Kang is a menace to society and needs to be kept in the quantum realm. He's made the full mental switch from, I'm gonna help him, I don't care what he can do, I just want more time with Cassie, to I don't care what he can do for me, he's not getting out of the quantum realm. So at some point he's learned just how bad Kang actually could be, and I'm curious what changes his mind here. It has to be something he sees, because clearly he didn't listen to Janet before. Expect a lot more stuff to be coming out around this movie, and recently Kevin Feige did an interview with Empire Magazine, and while the full scoop comes out later this week, so we'll do a full breakdown then, I wanted to give this as a bonus to you guys. They put out this picture of Kang the Conqueror, and I put it through an upscaler and then zoomed in, and it looks like he's holding something that they digitally removed. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the full breakdown on the entire article. But I thought this was really interesting and I wanted to share it with you, because marketing really is picking up. So if you don't want to miss anything, please subscribe to Got Culture down below. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Being said, thank you guys again, and I will see you very soon in another Marvel video.